it's Alex the Librarian, and today I will be giving you a book summary on the book Wonderstruck. This book is a realistic fiction, and it has 637 pages. With one thing really cool about this book, it has a lot of pictures that are really neat. In this book, the pictures tell a different story than the words. The pictures was located was in the 1920s, and the words were in the 1970s. So in the main character, Ben, which it was in the words, his mother, he never knew his mother, and when he was about 10, his mother died, and she was a librarian from a library, and one day when Ben was in his bed, he saw his mom's house light go on. So in the middle of the night, he woke up and went to his house, and he found his cousin Jeanette smoking. And he asked her why she was there, and she said, don't tell anybody. So when Ben was at his mother's house, he found a book called Wonderstruck. It had a bookmark that said Kincaid's Books. And it said M, or for Danny, love M. And it also had a phone number on it. And Ben always wanted to know who his father was, and he was guessing it was the Danny. So he called the phone number, and the next thing that happens, he's in a hospital, and he can't hear. Because when he was putting the phone to his ear, lightning struck, and he became deaf. He really wanted to see his father, and the address on the bookmark said it was in New York. So it was perfect because the hospital he was in New York. So he snuck from the hospital and went to a museum, and he saw a diorama of wolves, and it said Gunflint Lake, and that's where he was from. He had a lot of dreams about wolves because there are a lot of wolves where he lived. When he was looking at the wolves, he found one of his new friends that he just made that he never knew. His name was Jamie, and Jamie helped him go to help him find his father. So Jamie taught Ben some sign language, and they snuck around the museum to look at some things. And then Ben asked Jamie if there was a Kincaid book set anywhere, and then Jamie said no. But after a few days that Ben was there, Jamie said, I know where Kincaid Books is. And then he told Ben where Kincaid Books was. Ben asked, why didn't you tell me? And then Jamie said he never had any friends except for him. But Ben just left without saying a word. And when he was at Kincaid Books, he saw an old lady talking in sign language to another old man. When he saw her, he asked her if she knew someone named Danny. And then the old lady started crying. The old lady started writing things on Ben's notebook, and Ben figured out that Danny was dead, but she was his grandmother, and his grandmother, and she was Danny's father. She told him that Danny went to Flint Lake to make a diorama of wolves, and he met his Ben's mother and fell in love, and then they had Ben. Then Danny came back to New York, and he died from a heart disease. And then Rose, Ben's grandmother's name, told Ben her story about how she was deaf, about how she snuck to see New York, and how her parents divorced, how she went to the museum, and basically all the things she wrote about her story was all the pictures. And that's why the pictures were before the words, because obviously Ben's grandmother is older than Ben. After that, Ben's grandmother showed Ben a very big giant city of New York that she built for a contest. And she was picked as one of those builders. And what she did was, in buildings that she knew in New York, she hid some of the things that her son Danny liked. And one of those things was Ben's old toy, an old sea turtle that Danny gave to Ben's mother. And Ben's mother gave it to Ben. When they were looking at the big giant city, the lights went out, and then they had to carefully get out. And then they met Jamie, and Rose asked Jamie who he was. Ben said that he could answer, and in sign language he said, "My friend." And then that's the end of the book. I really like this book overall, and it's definitely my favorite book I ever read. Thanks for watching. I hope you subscribe. Thanks for watching.